welcome back to the Anime Safe Space podcast. We're on episode 27 this week, and we have another special episode for you guys. I think this is going to be a pretty interesting one. I was hoping to have Hadrian with us, and once again, Tell, he also backed out of the pod. He quit again. We wrangled him back last week, but he decided to just dip on us.
Yeah, I don't know why. I think because we destroyed him in DMs, I think last week, so...
Yeah, he said he'll be reapplying next week, so I mean, you guys can look out for that. But yeah, we're hoping to have Hadrian on here too, so we can destroy his taste. And the list that's going to be about the tier list today is best girls. I was hoping to obliterate his taste, shut down his waifus and all of that. But yeah, well, we have Tyler with us though. He was always planning to be here. Don't worry, he wasn't a substitute or anything.
Nope, not at all. I've actually been on every episode. I just too shy to talk, so.
Yeah, he's the Shadow Sixth Man.
Exactly.
I
just like listening.
Whenever you
they bring me on in pity because I'm a fan.
Yep. But the reason we're doing a best girls tier list today is because the most important aspect of any good show isn't the story or the characters. I mean, technically it is in this case, or the plot. The animation, music. Fuck all of that. It's about the best girls. And we're here to decide which, girl is the best. And I honestly think this one is going to be pretty hard. I think the other ones we had our biases set. And there was a lot in S tier and A tier and stuff like that. So we set some rules in place for this one. There's 16 girls. So we have to put 4 in each tier. So which means that there's going to be some girls down in C tier, even if they aren't actually a C tier waifu. Or girl. I mean, I keep calling them waifu, but this is basically a waifu list.
They're tiers amongst S tiers. Just think of them as all S tier, but they're lower tiers than other S tiers.
Yeah, and it's also done this way to piss off people when we post it on Twitter. And I'll probably won't explain it. So I just won't explain it, the rules to them if they didn't listen to the episode.
You know what we should do? We should reverse the list before we send it on Twitter.
It's all the C tier at the top. I like that.
The D tiers as S tiers. That would be pretty funny.
Oh, well, this only goes down to C tier. We have S, A, B, and C, and 4 in each tier.
Oh.
So, like I said, since they're, I guess to us, amongst our own choices, they're all S tier waifus. So
I see a couple that I can justify them being freaking down.
Oh, I have a couple I can justify being down too, and I'm sure Tyler is the same.
I can't see the list, so I'll figure out.
I sent it to you on the Discord chat. Check the voice chat.
Then I'll go check it out in a second.
Yeah, so you can look at it. So we can go ahead and get started right away as soon as you look at the list, though.
Oh, like there's a webcam too. Look at that. I was busy playing PSO2, not sponsored by the way, but yeah.
Do you have the list open?
I'm finding it.
I said it's in the voice chat right above the Pussy Dungeon, the recording channel we use.
Oh, it's in the boys. Okay.
Yeah. Guys, if you join the Discord, you will know there is a live channel called the Pussy Dungeon.
That's some ass-cast lore for you guys right there.
If you guys haven't been there since the beginning, we can't tell you.
Good chance to plug Discord, by the way. We have our Discord. Join it in the link below in any of the audio platforms you're listening to, or if you're on YouTube. So
yeah, so we.
Oh, and yeah, there's gonna be no webcam, by the way, for this one, since it's a tier list one. I don't know what format I want to use for tier list videos yet, so it's better off just to have the tier list be the foreground. So for now, no webcams on tier list videos. I'll figure something out, guys. But this was a pretty short notice one.
True,
but do you have the list open, Tyler?
Yeah. Like I said, did somebody forget to submit their 6?
Oh no, it's 16 characters. This is 16.
Okay.
So you did 6. Me and Jake did 5, and then I put in a special honorary guest that everybody should know who's going to be there because we plug the show almost every episode. We won't spoil it yet, though.
But we already know which tier she's going to be.
Everybody know where she's going to go.
So it's just the other spots that have to go in.
The other spots have to be filled. All right. Well, we can go ahead and get started right away with Anzu from Hinamatsuri.
All right.
Jake, you've seen Hinamatsuri, right?
Yes, I have.
Okay. Well, I know Tyler wants to take it away, so.
Well, it's funny that we're starting off with this first because all the other characters obviously fit a certain character archetype that I really enjoy. And I guess she still is kind of like that, but in a more satirical way. Normally I like characters that are kind of like the whole standalone kicks ass on their own, doesn't need the main character type of thing. But Anzu kind of fits that role at the beginning of the show. That's the whole point of her. But then she kind of gets her ass handled, and then goes homeless, and then it kind of turns into like a really wholesome character arc for her. And honestly, it's one of the few like character arcs where I like legitimately just felt super happy. Like in my opinion, Anzu is probably the best character in Hinamatsuri, even though they're all pretty great. But just her entire arc, her progression as a character, how she develops relationships, and then how she just evolves as a person throughout the show is just super, super heartwarming. But she still keeps that whole like tough, I can beat your ass with telekinesis attitude, but she's like a super, super kind person at the end of it all. So that's why I put it there. But like she's like the farthest away from the other archetypes that I put on here. She's just a character that I just genuinely enjoyed in the show.
Okay. We'll get that. But I have just one question for you.
Sure.
Is she hot?
I mean...
Oh, hold on. I'm so sorry. I forgot to list the rankings we're going to be using for them. Yeah, so we are going to be basing them on hotness, aka design, character design, waifuness, bangability, whatever you want to call it. So there's going to be one rating for that, and then there's going to be a rating for them being a best girl. So if you want to give them like an S tier in design and then a C tier in, in writing, then that's fine. It'll balance out. I know it sounds like complicated, but basically if it's from a show you haven't seen, Tyler, or like because there's characters on here. Actually, I've seen everything on here. So like
there's a couple I haven't seen on here.
I know about all of them, but I've only...
Yeah, so I've seen everything. You guys haven't seen everything on here. So if it's something you haven't seen, you can just do the design ranking, and that'll be your ranking. But yeah, like so we'll be using design and best girlness. So I mean, like I said, so this is basically the waifu tier list too.
Yeah, we're gonna have a separate waifu tier list coming soon. Mm-hmm. Not very soon, but soon.
Yeah, sometime in the future.
We will hopefully. I think we want to do that. We want to have all four of us present.
Yeah, we're gonna need Tell. I mean, and hopefully Hadrian too. Like, so he's basically our shadow sixth man. Anytime we need him, except today because he decided to bail on us. Hadrian, I know you're listening. You're fake.
You.
But anytime we need him, he'll just show up. So
when the world needed him most, he vanished or something.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
So,
but hold on. He was
so
gonna
for
rank
hotness.
Yeah.
All right. So design, I would probably give like. Honestly, her design's not crazy. I like the whole like biker jacket thing that she gets and everything at the beginning. Like I like the archetype. It kind of reminds me of that blonde chick from Zombieland Saga, and they both kind of have similar personalities too. Design-wise, I'd say she's still a B though, because it's not super like standout, but you can still like recognize her if you've seen the show. Hotness. It's hard to rank because
design, like I said, you can either use design or
I was gonna say.
So don't worry.
Okay, I was gonna say, I was like, yeah, I don't know if I like. She's best girl, but she's not best.
Like I said, technically the actual ranking we're going is design and then best girl, but I just like calling it hotness because some of these characters are hot, so we can use that as our decision making for it.
I mean, she shows up like naked in her first appearance in the show, so there you go.
Yeah, I forgot
points
about
there.
that.
Yeah, she shows up Terminator style in the middle of the street. But yeah, I'd say like design B, writing honestly S tier for her. I think she has fantastic writing. And what else? We had design / hotness.
Well,
writing.
just those two. So that
okay,
I mean,
cool.
if you did that, that means that balances her out at A for you.
Yeah.
So
I mean, yeah, that's fair.
So for me, I like Anzu. You basically said everything like there is to say about her. I think in comparison to this list, however, it's a pretty tough call. I agree.
Yeah.
I think her design, I think it's bad, but again, in comparison to almost everybody on this list, I would probably have to put her in C. And in terms of writing, I'm gonna have to go with A2. Yeah, that balanced it out for B for me. Because like I said, I love her writing. I love her as a character. It's just looking at everybody else on this list, it's going to be a tough call. So I think B is safe for me for now.
I'm looking at two of them, and they're just, they're getting me some other type of way.
Yeah.
But yeah. Like again, with Ethan said, just like she's a very good character in Hinamatsuri, but at design level, she's not very good in my eyes.
I say like it's cool, but it's not iconic.
It's not iconic at all. And I think that's what she suffers from. Even though I think her writing, I would say it's an A tier. Like, it's a really good writing, especially because you see her pretty much come from down under to being homeless.
Yeah.
To, you know, she's thriving.
Well, she comes from being like from the top.
Things.
Yeah, she comes from the top, then literally gets shot to the bottom, and then rises from there, and then just kind of passes it on to the other characters.
Like,
that's what I love about it.
I would say like it's a debate between low S and high A. Like, that's where I'm trying to think, but I think
I'd put
would be.
Well, I was gonna say, are we balancing her out in the list?
No, that's
Yeah,
So if I gotta put my other characters in other tiers, she'd probably be towards the bottom compared to the other characters that I put on here.
Yeah, I mean, we can rearrange later, but for now, your ranking is A, mine is B.
Yeah.
So yeah.
And
Anyways,
Jake's is A.
On the hot scale, there's nothing coming out. I'm just gonna go. She's a D character.
But Jake, it goes down to C, man.
She's a C character. Mine still says D. So.
Yeah, my list says D.
Oh, just delete the D tier.
Yeah.
I forgot to delete it.
So, yeah. She's a C tier, so she balances out at B for me.
Okay, well, that puts Anzu from Hinamatsuri in B. Like I said, if we, of course, come across a roadblock later, because there is going to only be 4 in each tier, we can decide to move them at that point. But like I said, I think this makes it more stressful, because especially since it's best girls, it's a pretty hard fucking list, I think. But this next one coming up is Asuka from Neon Genesis Evangelion, and something that me and Tyler have both seen. He hasn't completed it yet, so I can just take it away, I guess.
Honestly, was going to pick her, but I don't want to pick characters from shows that I really haven't finished.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
so,
well, I finished
Eva, you finished it, so...
All I know is that she's one of the original tsunderes. That's it.
Yeah.
She's the tsundere.
Yeah, she's credited with, like, popularizing the modern tsundere, which, I mean... kind of fair, I guess. A lot of characters take tropes from her, and like there were tsunderes before her, but she is kind of just like how Yunagasa is the epitome of what a yandere is. She's the epitome of a tsundere.
Yeah. Well, pretty much what our brother pointed out is one of the characters I put on her literally tries their hardest to make them like Asuka. So, but yeah, we'll get there.
Yeah. So yeah, with Asuka though, I know people probably think I hate Eva with how much I clown on it, and I even made a video that a lot of people, again plugging it, they think I'm dissing Eva or like shitting on it. I just have a problem with its story. The highlight of Eva for me though has always been Misato and Asuka, and I wanted to put Misato, but Asuka is I just like her a lot. I love her design.
Her design is extremely iconic.
Yeah, she's a really like complex character. Like, she's a bitch, but you understand where she's coming from at a lot of points. She's badass, especially in End of Evangelion. Yeah, again, her design is just straight up iconic. And I don't know, there's not like a whole crazy lot of things to say because, like I said, her writing's great. I love her interaction with Shinji, especially in episode 9, when she's getting along with people and doing just cool things. Like, she really excels, and she's both trying too hard to be an adult while also like being extremely childlike with her obsession with Kaji and everything like that, and adds a lot of nuance to her character. So I think from a writing standpoint, I would definitely give her an S. And see, I don't want to put her that high. From a design standpoint, I'll give her an A. And so I think in scenarios like this, since there's only 4 tiers, I think you can just pick and choose whichever tier you want. I'm going to put her an A for now. For me. So yeah, she's an A tier waifu for me right now.
Yeah, I just don't know absolutely nothing about her. I just know there was one meme where I just saw her running towards the screen and there was a Mexican song playing.
Feliz Jueves, dude. Feliz Jueves.
That's all I know, and I just know she's a tsundere. So I gotta rate her on her hotness.
Design,
it's not looking too good. It's not looking too good.
How dare you?
I'll put her at maybe B tier.
You angered 9 billion people right now, Jake.
Hey, come at me, dude. I won't
it's such a
any
good
of your
design.
replies.
Oh no, I was gonna say it's like, it's not the craziest, but yeah, it's like I said, it's like the design. Like it's honestly like a lot of. Well, I was gonna say for a lot of mecha shows and scenario designs, that like there's a whole reason that a lot of tsunderes either have pigtails or red hair, because literally they just try to take their inspiration from Asuka. So
yeah, but I'm just looking at these other characters. I'm just like, Chisa's hot, man.
Yeah, I mean, I get it. It's hard. I mean, I don't know why you would say it's a B tier design still, though. I don't know. I think it's an A tier design. This is such a hard list, man. But you're going to the B, Jake?
I'm going with B.
All right, what about you, Tyler? Yep, you can save this.
So let's see. Is the writing? Like I said, I haven't finished the show, so I'd have to give her an A so far. But I do like her character so far. I'm like on episode
23.
Well, how many? There's 23 episodes, right? Total?
There's 26, and you stopped right
26.
before Kawaii.
Oh yeah, So yeah, I was on episode 23. So like, I got to like the whole mind invasion crap with her, and that was a really intense episode. So it showed a lot of her character. But like I said, I haven't finished the show, so that can plummet it. So for writing, I'd say A. For design, honestly, I'd say S tier, just because like her whole like plug suit outfit, the pigtails and everything, it's just an extremely iconic design.
Mm-hmm.
Like a shit ton of shows afterwards just literally just almost copy and pasted the plug suit designs along with, Asuka's entire like aesthetic for a reason, like including one of the characters on my list, which we'll get to. So, which, like I said, overall, like personality and everything and design, they almost try to take to a T, but that's for good reason. So for design and hotness is an S.
So that balances her at A then, regardless.
Yep.
So that puts Asuka in A tier, again, for now. A lot of these are still flimsy placements. You kept talking about somebody that ripped off Asuka, so I kind of wanted to just jump to her now, and considering she's so popular. We have 02 from Darling in the Franxx.
Hell yeah.
Literally Asuka ripoff.
Yep. The superior Asuka. Yeah. So it's funny because I flipped around my list a whole bunch. Initially, like I said, my brother like a list of like 5, whatever, and then or no, like 4, and she was on there, but then I kind of took her off the list because I put other ones in there, and then my brother added her back because we needed more. So, like I said, I love her as a character, but then looking back, I think I liked her so much because everyone around her sucked so much ass.
Yeah,
that she just seemed like that much, like that incredible of a fucking character compared to everyone else, especially compared to the other like girls in the show. Like, cause everyone thought like, oh, Ichigo might be a close second, but then the minute she did that thing, like I don't know if people care about spoilers. I guess spoiler alert. There's a whole scene where like, you figure out the entire past between 02 and Hero, and then Ichigo's trying her hardest to like keep her away from her love interest. And then it turns into a shit show because as she's about to like go away in orders with her command, she kisses Hero right in front of 02 and just kind of collapses the entire, I would say, just love triangle of the show, or love pentagon. I don't even know what the hell the show is when it comes to romances, but after she did that pretty much solidified that almost every character in this show is ass cheeks except for 02. So. But like overall personality, design, like I said, it's very close to Asuka. You can say pretty much the same thing in 02 that's with Asuka. She has very similar scenes, freaks out in the cockpit and all that. Has very similar personalities. Where she's a tsundere, but she's a lot more. I'd say the difference with 02, she's a lot more open with how she feels with the main character as opposed to Asuka, where she's just like, yeah, I don't like you, but she really does. So, but that's pretty much the same thing. It's like if you like Asuka, you'll like 02. So, except for the ending, like, Asuka, well, I mean, I didn't finish Eva, so she may have, but Asuka doesn't turn into a giant fucking waifu spaceship and blows up God with a suicide bomb.
Well, spoiler alert, she doesn't, but...
Yeah, okay, I was gonna say, it's like, so, I don't know, like, overall as a character, like I said, overall design and hotness, like, to me, I think I like her design a little bit better, just because I don't know, it's like the pink hair and the horns and the green highlight to the eyes, just looks really fucking good. So overall design is just S. There's a reason why a lot of people like did cosplay and fan art of her and everything. And plus I have a $500 Nendroid of her. Overall writing though, writing, especially because the show it's from, I honestly had to put into a C.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay, I thought I was gonna be the black sheep here with her writing, because I also think her writing is a C tier. I am one of the people that never really liked her, even when she had her character shift. everybody in the show is bad. She is just slightly less bad than the others. That doesn't make her good, in my opinion. I don't know. I like, she was a bitch, and while she did have a reason to be a bitch initially, she continued that bitchiness for so long, and then randomly, just on a whim, just becomes, you know, just a super nice person, like out of nowhere, and then her obsession with Hiro like takes over. I'm just not really a fan of her tropes, I guess, that she has, and she's not a terrible character or anything like that. Like, she's not like bottom of the barrel dog shit writing. I just think she's not that strong of a character. Her design in particular is what carries her, but even then, it's not better than Asuka to me. And honestly, I think if I were to go back to Asuka's rating, I would. It's not going to change anything, but I'd probably say S tier design and A tier writing, like you were saying. But 02, it's still an A tier writing or A tier design. I think it's a really strong design. I love pink haired characters. I do like the plug suits that they have in Darling. I just love her giant hoodie that she has on behind her too. It's like weird. She has like a really unique design. If you see like it,
it's like a plug suit with a hoodie. It's weird.
Yeah, if you see like a reference to it in any other show, you'll spot it right away. If you see a figure of it, it's always going to be nice. It's a really pleasing design to look at. So it's an A for me. I think she's a B tier girl though. I don't know. Yeah. I want to say C tier girl. Because
I'd agree with it. Because like I said, I love 02 from like a whole aesthetic standpoint, and her writing's okay. Yeah. But I don't know. I had a hard time putting her into my top 5 too, even though I have like fan art. Like I have like 2 fucking posters of her, a Trigger art book, and a fucking expensive ass Nindroid. But I'd probably still put her in C in total, if it wasn't taking her design into account.
Yeah, for me it's also C. I know it would balance out at B technically, but I want to put her in C. Like I said, her design really carries, but her writing really tanks her. It's like a low A for the design and a very, 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 very low C for her writing. What about you, Jake? I know you took ages to finish Darling.
I didn't finish the last 2 episodes for like 3 months.
Oh, I was gonna say, it's like if you said you just didn't finish the last 2 episodes, you probably would have loved the show.
Yeah, it was good.
Well, I know it went to shit at 19. All right, it had the
final last 3 episodes.
It was around like
last 2 or 3 episodes,
12, 13, because that's when everything started switching up for no reason.
Yeah, well, I was gonna say the big plot twist with aliens and shit is what killed it for me.
Yeah,
but that was like the last 2 episodes.
With 02, I like her design a lot. Like what you said, it's like it's very recognizable. She has a lot of features, but the tropes in her writing are just like dog shit, no less.
Yeah,
it's just horrible. I
like tsundere type characters, but she's just kind of a very blank tsundere. Like they literally just copy and pasted Asuka's attitude, but then just kind of like, I don't know, made her more destructive, I guess, because she had a very destructive personality. So
yeah, she had a big temper on her, which I didn't understand. I still don't understand, but I mean,
it makes. I don't know. It makes sense to me, but I mean,
with what she is, yes, it makes sense. But
with what she went through in the show, then yes. Like when it goes through her whole backstory and why she is what she is, then yeah, that's why she's a bitch. But then after like the whole revelation, she's still kind of a bitch to everyone else. It's like, all right, chill. Like what?
Why? Like, she just has the Canute effect to me, where she flips on a dime for no explainable reason. But I was okay with Canutes because that was in him all along. But 02 was sort of like, oh, so now you're just chill with everybody?
You see, with Canute, you have the power of God, right?
Yeah.
You have the power of the church.
Yeah, not to get too off topic before we get on the Canute.
Right, we're spending too long on one topic, though.
Yeah, but
it's good to say controversial pick.
I mean, it's 02. So. I think we can take a little longer on her.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I was going to say, because she's like one of the biggest. It's kind of like one of the other people on this list is like if you looked them up in that particular year, they would have obliterated everyone in popularity because it was just that type of show or that type of character, I guess.
It was.
So nowadays, not so much, but at the time that the show released,
dude, I just remember
she was like the Gura of anime girls at the time, where everyone and their mother was on the train, but.
I just remember Darlene the Franks. It somehow beat Black Rover. Don't know why.
Oh yeah, well Black Rover was nominated. Remember?
Yeah, I forgot about the
intro. You already know Black Rover was able to be on that opening list. It's over.
I'm pretty sure we have the discussion all the time that it wasn't nominated, and that was the biggest problem with it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not nominated at all. But yeah, I still don't think that show should have won. Like, I like the music, but no. Like, out of all songs to choose.
That's the problem. The show gets so much recognition just from this character alone.
Yeah, well, like, the entire show is universally praised as like a 7 out of 10 strictly because of this character, and that's just because of the design and fan service almost. So, and also because this trigger and everything triggered touches is gold.
Anyways,
I guess.
let me get onto my rating.
But we digress. Oh yeah, he's here.
Your actual rating.
Yeah, so I would go with the A tier in design. You know, really good. I don't think she pushes over the S tier because I'm looking at my characters and they're just, oh boy. But then you already know where she's going to be ending up in writing, so I don't think I need to say that there's a lower tier. I'll put her down there, but C is what we got.
So, yeah, I gotta say, so we all agree
got.
she's kind of sitting in C tier. Like I said, I put her design in S tier, but like her writing is still super low. Even though her writing and design balance out, I still just want to put her in C compared to everyone else on this list. So.
Okay, well, that puts Zero Poo. Get it? Like Ichigo said in that video.
That Gig video.
Yeah, that puts it down in C.
like no joke, I rewatched that yesterday just so I can remember what happened in the show.
Yeah. I want to forget everything that happened in Darling.
But can we just go to the
next one? Oh, yeah.
The guest. All right. Well, we can just jump right into the unexpected character that nobody expected, right? Sagiri from Eromanga Sensei.
S tier.
Okay, so putting memes aside, actually, just right out the gate, I love her design. I think it's a known fact. I like lolly characters, you know. But I think she has a really cool design. I love the hoodie that she wears, the green, just it's so hard to describe how it looks, but it's just a green hoodie. That's all she wears basically, and then the pink slippers, right? Yeah, she wears that.
The pink slippers.
And and then has the headphones, the fucking drawing tablet with her at all times. It's like a really weirdly jumbled together design, but I think it works for it. And yeah, she's just super cute character. I think it's a really solid character design. So again, I'm gonna actually try to rate her on my own opinion. She has an S tier design in terms of writing.
B tier. It's B tier. It's a B tier.
I mean, is there really much writing? She's just obsessed with her not blood related brother, and that's really it. She just wants to bone him. So I mean, technically that's S tier writing, but realistically, it's down in C. Not much writing going on there.
You forget, she only talked to him behind the door at the end of the season. She's not talking.
There was growth. You're right. There was growth.
So that's a solid B tier.
I mean, overall,
if a character
yes,
has writing at all, it's a B tier.
Overall, because S and C as two opposites, I'm gonna put her in B. I do think she's better than Zero Poo, and like I said, I like her design a lot. So that's
where's her
really
$500 figure? Huh?
Oh yeah, your $500 Zero Tune Android. Still need to get Sagiri figures actually, so I can be a true air manga fan. But for me, it's again putting memes aside, just because I want the S tier to be true to form. Honestly, Jake. Sagiri's a B for me.
Yeah. I'm putting memes not aside, dude. She's double S.
Creating a whole new tier.
She literally gets her own tier. Just for the Twister scene alone. But alright, just like you said, she has a really cute design. I personally don't like Ollie type characters that much. Not to the form of you. I would still put her in A tier because I think, again, I don't think her design is better than Zero Poo, but I also think her writing is better than Zero Poo.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna go with
that's
an
not
A,
hard to do though.
A in design, B in character writing.
So where does that put her then for you?
I would put her in B.
All right, that's fair.
Because I gotta make room for my other wives.
Tyler can only go based off design, so.
Yeah, I mean her design's really cool, and it's another iconic design. Like the thing for me, I mean, and this is just kind of the thing in general. A good design is where you can see a silhouette or just a basic color palette of a character, and you know who it is. And if you crop this image by 1/4 that we have on here, you can still recognize it's Sagiri with a little ribbons, the eye color, and the silver hair and stuff like that. You just know it's her. So it's a good design. So and I say it's a really cute design too. So I'd probably put it A tier just because it's a solid design. Character, I don't really know, but like I know about the show, and I kind of know what she does in the show, but like
I
I don't.
said, if you haven't seen it, just go with design. So
Yeah, so
so,
design would be A, but I guess that would balance out to a B too, because I don't want to
Yeah.
put her in A because I don't even know who she is.
Yeah, we put her.
So I had to put it in
B is
B.
fine for us, I think. Like I said, memes aside, I know this is a shocker to everybody, but there's some girls on here that I do not want to get shafted right now. So
We
Yeah,
gotta
exactly.
make waves to our actual wives.
yeah, it's gonna be hard. Next up on the list we have Homura Akemi. That's her last name, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so we have Homura
So-
Akemi from Madoka Magica.
You watch Madoka, right, Ethan?
Jake hasn't.
Okay. Jake, you need to watch Madoka.
Yes, I
it's
know.
great.
There's a lot of old shows that I have to watch.
Yeah, I mean, it's not that old, but yeah, it's older, I guess.
It's a decade
But-
over at this point.
Yeah, I'm gonna say, and like I said, this character, I guess not as intensely, but kind of fits the archetype of the characters that I like, where it's just a strong, independent, badass type character, but like in a very silent way. You don't know she's like this until like the end of the show, and when they like do the big reveal as to the type of character she is, it's cool as fuck, in my opinion. Because the whole show just kind of focuses around Madoka and magical girls and Kyubey and all that shit. And then you figure out all this shit that Homura has been through throughout the entirety of the show, and how many times she's probably had to go through it just to, like, help her friend, essentially. Because all this, at the end of the day, is to help out her friend Madoka. And it's just the shit she has to go through, and, like, how, like I said, her powers, her design, her character writing, everything to me is just, like, really, really solid. So, as I said, I don't want to go on for too long, but I'd say for, like, writing, I think writing is a solid A tier for her. Her design isn't crazy though. Like it's, long black hair, magical girl skirt, whatever. I mean, it's you can kind of get it mixed up with a whole bunch of other characters, but she is recognizable because of like that dead stare that she always has. So, but overall, like design, I put like a B for her, and her writing would be an A for me. So to me, that would probably just balance out to like a B.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna go with the same because I haven't seen Rebellion, so I know my opinion would probably change to an S in writing if I saw Rebellion. But I always liked Homura from the start, and like you said, she's basically I guess to make it easy comparison, she's like Subaru, where she suffers so much over and over without anybody knowing really. And it's like she's doing this all to help others, and she kind of has to deal with all this trauma on her own. And, like, she's this mysterious character. You're wondering, like, if she's going against Madoka the whole show, if she's working with the enemies, if she's has some secret deal with Kyubey you don't know about. And then when you learn the truth, you're like, holy shit, she's been through so much. And, like, you just love her as a character. She's not even the main character, technically, because it's about Madoka. But the series ends up becoming about her in Rebellion, obviously, and for good reason. So I think she has A-tier writing. In terms of design...
She has one of the coolest fights in anime history against Mami.
Yeah, without even
Straight up.
watching Rebellion, everybody's probably seen the fight.
Yeah.
Where it's gun fu. It's so
Yeah,
stupid. It's so
Gunkata,
cool.
time frozen
Gunkata,
Gunkata is the stupidest, coolest shit I've ever seen.
Yeah, in terms of design, yeah, I don't want to like cheat and use her ultimate designs where she has like the black dress and black wings. So in terms of her base design, it's cool. She just has like her black hair, schoolgirl outfit. Madoka has an interesting art style with it, so they all have kind of like super elongated faces, and it works. I think. I don't think its design is better than the other things on here though. So, or most of them, I should say. So I mean, it's B tier for me. Yeah, I think she has a neat design.
Yeah. I haven't seen it, as you guys know, and not being a big fan of these character types. C tier.
Yeah. Well, she's not even entirely. Well, I guess she's a lolly, but they don't.
C tier.
Yeah.
Put her in C.
Fair enough.
So,
I was gonna say.
me and you said B though, so she's going in B.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, B.
That's
Like I say, her design isn't nothing to write home about, but her character as a whole is pretty damn good.
Okay, well, next up we have Lady Satsuki Kiryuin, however you say it, from
I didn't realize we had like
Kill la
all my
Kill.
choices just like back up to back.
Yeah, this
Alright,
is where
that
everything's
works.
starting to go down bad.
Yeah. So, now it's going to get a little tough since B's getting filled up, but we got Satsuki Kiryuin. And right off the bat, I want to say
Yeah.
I fucking love her design. So you can go,
Yeah.
Taylor. I know you want to talk.
So she's probably going to be honestly the highest rate on my list. Like, Satsuki is the epitome of characters that I love in anime shows. Like I said, just a strong, over-the-top, powerful characters that doesn't need to rely on the main character whatsoever. Like, I hate strong characters that are strong because of the main character. They're like, oh, what would so-and-so do? But Satsuki literally almost like... And also a lot of her scenes too, which I love about her whole aesthetic. A lot of her scenes are inspired by Kill Bill whenever it flashes back to her as a child. And even as a child, she literally just beats everyone's ass. She's taken out entire armies, fucking murdered shit ton of people just as a fucking 12-year-old kid. And then, as a teenager, she's even more badass. And then her entire like character arc to me is one of the coolest fucking arcs in history, in anime history. Like, her plot twist, like, midway into the show is extremely fucking cool. And in my opinion, just probably the best character in Kill la Kill. Like, I love Ryuko, but the fact that Satsuki is a human and pretty much being able to... Because, like, I guess spoilers alert, for Kill la Kill if you haven't seen it for some reason. And Jake, have you seen it yet?
Yes, I've seen it.
Okay, yeah, the big plot twist near the end is that Ryuko, embodiment of life fibers also. She's essentially the super powerful alien demigod, just like, the main antagonist of the show. So now it's not really like, oh, I wonder if Ryuko can fight this super powerful chick because she's equally as powerful. But Satsuki at the end of the day is still human and is still pretty much on par with Ryuko the entire time, if not stronger than her at times. And that's why I love her too. So, overall design, S, and honestly writing is S tier. So she be one of the people I put up in S tier. So.
Well, like I said, for me, I absolutely love her design in both when she has her kamui, I think it's called, and so in her bikini form, basically, in her regular design, they're both awesome. So, I mean, I think right off the bat, I would just say S tier for her design. In terms of writing, I love the plot twist that she did. I always say that she has one of my favorite plot twists in, like, anime. She was a great antagonist up until that point, and then she was a great deuteragonist basically after that. And I'm just gonna have to say A though, because I'm looking at the other characters on here, and
I mean, everyone on the list has pretty damn solid writing too.
Yeah, and for the fact that I liked Ryuko better than her, so I did like Ryuko stronger than Satsuki. I do love Satsuki though. She has badass like speeches about I forgot what she says about men being, or
her whole demeanor to me is
people
better than
being,
Ryuko.
Yeah, where she talks about people in clothes being pigs, and like,
yeah,
I don't know. I just love.
Well, I don't know. To me, like Satsuki had more character. Ryuko was just like, I'm gonna scream and punch people because I'm that character. Satsuki, I don't know. Like, to me, just actually had like a character. But I still love Ryuko too. But continue.
Oh, I mean, that's where I'm going. I mean, I like Ryuko's. I just really love Ryuko as a character. Like, and I think basically after Ryuko fought Satsuki, I didn't really care for Satsuki after that point, because then it was mostly about Ryuko from then on. So like I'm trying to remember when she went Berserker, beat Sasuke's ass, and then like for the last 6 or 5 episodes, it was strictly about Ryuko from then on. So. What were we saying?
No, I was gonna say there was a scene after that, like when she
like
ends up joining
Satsuki
Rod Gale for a bit, and then Satsuki has to fight her in Berserk form.
Oh, I know. Yeah, I mean, Satsuki had her moments. I remember. I just I don't know. I just
she still had her moments after that whole plot twist. But yeah, I know what you mean.
Okay, go ahead, Jake.
Okay, so like you guys kind of like had all the points set out already. Like, I think she's actually like every time she's in the frames, she's always still in the show. She's such a powerful character that like it's wrong for her not to be in any sort of shot whenever she's in the vicinity in Kill la Kill. And I mean, storyline was great. The character design in Kill la Kill was actually really good. I enjoyed a lot of it, even if it was not the just the bikini forms, the guy forms too. They were pretty sick as well. But I mean, I would say character design A, writing A. Writing S actually. I think she was a really really strong written character up until the end.
Yeah. So I think that puts her in A then, right?
Well, because
you went dual S, Jake. Well, what are you picking for yours? Because I chose A for mine.
I'll put
it's
A.
up to you, Jake. Okay.
Put it in A
And that's
because you already know
A.
who I want to have him
Yeah.
to S tiers.
So I put Satsuki in A for us because you went S, we went A. So yeah, I mean we'll put her top of A then in that case. And again,
Yes.
we can move people around if we have to. So she's not restricted down there, but we can give Jake a chance to speak first with this next one. We
Yeah, I
can
was
go
gonna
ahead
say
and go
because
into
I have
your,
a whole bunch of people in a row, and I don't.
yeah,
want
we won't knock them all out yet. Jake, you can take it away and talk about Miku Nakano from Quintessential Quintuplets.
Right, this is actually freaking S design. I'm not even gonna lie. The way she presented herself, she has her headphones. She's very, you would call it kind of bland at first, and then you start getting to know her. Like S tier design, the headphones make it all. She's very distinguishable. When it comes down to what her writing comes down to her becoming more confident in herself, and you can see that over the prevalence of like season 1, where you could see she starts having feelings for Futaro, all that stuff, but she doesn't know how to express it. And in one scene in particular, it's where they're Ichiga, Yotsuba, and Miku are all at a table trying to do like assignment or whatever, and Futaro says like, hey, if you guys do this, I'll show you like what I look for in a girl. They do all this stuff, and you could see how disappointed Miku was when she's like, I'm none of that. And so fast forward, a couple episodes, she starts working towards her goal. As in, she starts trying to cook. Even though it's really crap at first, she starts trying it. And that's the whole point of her character. She is trying to make herself a better version so she can become the wife at the end. And you can tell that even right now, she took a job at a bakery just to become better at cooking and become a baker so she can present bread to her crush. And even at this last episode, she finally worked up the courage. Spoilers, I don't even care. She worked up the courage to confess in the most epic way possible. I'm not gonna say it because you haven't seen the ending yet, so I'm not gonna say it. But everything she did, amazing. She was a very nervous, shy girl, unconfident, and like you could tell she's taking steps to becoming that person that she wants ultimately to become with Futaro, all that stuff.
So what are you gonna rate her at?
I already told you, dude.
You said S and
Double
both?
S.
Double S. Oh, all right. So for me, I'm going double A.
Son of a bitch.
I love her design, but again, comparatively to some of the characters on this list, I can't put her higher than the others. She is the best girl in quintuplets easily, and I love her writing in quintuplets. Like you said, she's trying to be the best version of herself and the best version of the other sisters because they're all like the same. So she's setting up competitions between all of them, whether they even want to be in it or not. Like with Ichika, she forced her into competition with that. She gets her mindset on a goal and she won't stop until she gets it done. And she is probably the first one that got her feelings like for Futaro. And honestly, I feel like that's the most natural feelings out of all of them in the show, because like some of them just kind of feel like a moment happened and then they fall in love with him, more like Miku was. As over time she slowly falls more and more in love with him, and I really like that with her, and hoping the Church of Miku can win, get this win at the end of the series, because I don't know if you saw today, Jake, Quintuplets is getting another season.
Yeah, season 3. They're going to complete it.
But there's not even enough manga content to stretch out a season, is what people are saying. So they're worried they might take the Bokuben route, or they might just do a completely anime original season. So there is hope for Miku.
There is freaking hope.
But for me, like I said, double A. So that leaves it up to Tyler.
Tyler, please.
Her design is really really cool. I always see advertisements for her figures from like Good Smile and stuff like that, and they're really really cute designs. I don't know if I'd say iconic, but like anytime I see it pop up, I can automatically recognize who it is. I've never seen the show, like I said, but overall design, like the way that her eyes are pretty much the same color as her headphones. She has like the kind of like the mute pink hair. It's just a really comfortable design. It's really cool. So overall, like for her design, I'd put like an A. It's just really good. It's not iconic, but it's a good design. And writing, I've never seen the show, so I'm sorry, but I'd have to balance her to B because of that.
Well, again, you're only basing off design right now.
So you have
But
design.
you can go with B, I guess, if you want. But
Yeah, well then.
I mean,
yeah,
that still
B.
puts her in A for
Yeah, I
me,
forget.
for all of us.
Yeah.
I said if you haven't seen
So
it, just go with
I'd
design.
have to put her in B. So.
You just need to
Whatever.
hurry up and finish it, and maybe you'll get your feelings swayed.
I haven't even started the show.
He means me. And comparatively to everybody else, still, I don't know, Jake. That puts her in A. Again, things can change, Jake, for now. She could go lower. Who knows?
If she goes lower, I'm actually going to leave the call.
So I'm going to get my heart broken here next and just get it right out there. We have Shimarine from Yudu Camp. And I'm the only one here who's seen it, obviously, so she's probably going to get shafted pretty hardcore. But in terms of design, I've said it plenty of times on Twitter and on here. Yudu Camp probably has my favorite character designs in any show. And it's simple. It's just really, they're just wearing designer camping clothes, really. And they all have just super cute and comfortable designs. They all have like eye and hair colors that complement each other. And they're just all like really small, but like just adorable characters. Like they're just really like just so cute to look at. And I love the clothes that they all wear. There's like not really one set design for Shimarine because she changes outfits almost every episode. And everything she wears like just looks great. So obviously in design, I'm gonna go with S. I love her design. Yudu Camp has some of my favorite designs ever. And for writing, I want to put Shimarine in S so bad. I would just say her writing is A. It's not better than some of the other characters on here, but she is a very cold like character. Like at the beginning, she's not mean or anything like that, but she is kind of just like blunt with her feelings and stuff like that. Like if she doesn't want to do something, she'll just be straight up and tell him no. And she hurts people's feelings, but then she immediately understands that it hurts people's feelings, and she starts like making sure she's more mindful about what she says. And then they all, as the series goes on, she cares more about Nadeshiko and her friends, and it's just a really natural way to show somebody opening up to their friends. And I think that's really strong writing. So that puts her in A for me for writing, but in overall as a girl, I'm gonna put her in S. S tier girl.
Yeah,
Because I know she's gonna get shafted by you guys.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with just design. You guys you keep saying watch your camp. Not gonna happen anytime soon. Maybe actually this season. Never mind. But design wise, I'm going with B. I don't know. Just I like the designs of these other characters way better.
Yeah. Well, what would you rank her design wise?
You gave her B.
Did you already say it? Oh, okay. For design, like her design is cute, but honestly, like when I think of Yuru Camp, I've never seen the show, but anytime I think of a Yuru Camp character, I think of that chick with the pink hair and blue scarf.
I was gonna add Nadeshiko, but Shimarine's
Nadeshiko.
basically
Yeah,
the
'cause
mascot character. So
but Nadeshiko's, to me, her design is a little bit more like recognizable and iconic. But like I said, it's one of those things. Yeah, she has just
you
like
are wrong about that. Like I said, Shimarine is literally the mascot character.
She's the mascot character, but that doesn't mean it's more iconic.
No, I promise you, she's way more popular than Nadeshiko.
At least to me. Like I said, Nadeshiko is more recognizable. Because like Nadeshiko's design, I put as an A, but Shimarine's just because like I don't know, because like I said, I haven't seen the show, and I'm looking at this list. Like, let's say if you didn't bring it up, I probably wouldn't have known who that person was on this block of characters on this tier list right now. Because like you brought up your camp, and I was like, oh yeah, and it's Shimarine. But if you didn't say that, I probably wouldn't have recognized it. So.
Well, like I said, it's probably just because my whole brand is Nadeshiko, but like I promise you, Shimarine just outweighs Nadeshiko's popularity.
And like I said, if I watch the show, I'd probably like it a lot more. But like I said, I'm the character the person that likes crazier designs. Like, I don't know, I don't like. What would you say? And granted, and like obviously, it's not a fantasy show; it's a show about camping.
She's a kudere.
Yeah,
she's cold.
Exactly. It's like I don't like standard character designs. Like to me, if a character's whole design is like, oh, they wear like a jacket and some shorts or whatever, like just regular clothing, then it's fine. Like, and yeah, it's like winter clothing or whatever. But to me, it's still just like something that any character could wear. To me, it doesn't stand out. But like I said, if I watch a show and if I like got more time to like see her design or like just see the type of character, I probably would put her higher. But I don't know. For me, And yeah, I know this will hurt you, but I had to put it as a C.
Well, that still balances her at B, I guess. So I mean, whatever. I
should
always
have
get
said
my dreams crushed on these lists, especially with the Hoseki no Kuni one.
Well,
We'll
yeah,
never let
because
that
none
one
of us
go.
have seen. I'm pretty sure if we saw the show, she'd be much higher.
Yeah.
She may have stated with S for writing.
Problem looking
Yeah.
at the rest of these.
I said so. B is filled for now. Like I said, we can drop, pick, and move characters if we need to. So next up, I kind of want to get an S tier in here. Hopefully, Jake, you will agree with me on this. We got Shinobu Oshino from Monogatari.
Nope.
In terms of writing, I would say that right off the bat.
Yes.
She is one of the strongest characters in Monogatari. For me, I think Kaiki and Adaragi and Ogi are above her, but she's like the fourth best in the show when she's both Kiss Shot and Shinobu. I love her interactions with Adaragi. I love her whole entire backstory and Kizu. I love her attachment with Adaragi and the fact that like at any moment they could just stop being master and slave, but she loves and trusts him so much that she stays with him. She has a lot of like nuances to her. The fact that she's the strongest apparition and she gives knowledge to basically Hachikuji. She loathes Nadeko for things that she does. Like she's basically like this spectator to everything that happens in the show. And I kind of just like her outlook on things. And of course, again, like I said, the lolly connoisseur here. I love her design, like a lot. She has such a cool design. All Monogatari girls have cool designs. So, gosh, but again, looking at these other characters, I will probably go with A. Overall,
I'm surprised
again,
she's
girl,
not like your number one because
I love
actually,
her
no,
still,
I'm
but
not surprised. With
just
who else is on this list right
comparatively,
now? I'm
'cause
pretty sure you know what
I
it
was
is.
gonna say comparatively to the other ones, I will say A. Overall, girl, I'll still go with S, but her design, just because there's other characters on here that I love their design more. I'll just say that she's an S tier girl, but her design is A. Writing, though, her writing is like fucking out the park. And Jake, you need to agree with that.
Yeah, well, like Kaiki, Araragi, Oigi, and then it goes to Shinobu. Personally, with the design, she's always in her, her lolly form, which I don't. That's not the form I like. I like.
Well, that's why I put it in A. Is she's just wearing an apron and shoes? So I mean, to be fair, it's very simple.
It's very simple. I do like her form right before Kiss Shot. I think that's my favorite form of her. That would probably be.
You mean Teen Shinobu?
Yeah, it should be teen.
Yeah.
I think it's.
We're just going with a lolly Shinobu now,
Yeah.
so yeah, I mean that's fair. If we were to include like Kiss Shot and the other ones, it would probably be higher, but just Shinobu.
It would be higher for me, but again, I like her as a character, like S tier writing, of course. Like Monogatari, like it suffers from success with its writing, so it's no brainer. But design wise for her, as in this form, it's a definite B. So she
So
lands at A.
overall, okay.
Yeah. All right, my turn. So design-wise, like I said, her design is just super recognizable, and I just love the way she looks at the character. Honestly, like just all of her forms, Kiss Shot and regular form. I think my favorite design from her is like when you first meet her, and she's just kind of like how she'll wear that like pink dress with the little army helmet and goggles. I actually really like that design for some reason.
She was a dog.
So that's the one they have like a few figures of too. But just overall, like design, like I said, she's easily the most recognizable character in Monogatari for good reason. Or maybe except for one other, but well, right there. But yeah, to me, her overall design is an S tier, and her writing. I guess I haven't finished Monogatari yet, so
Yeah, you
I
haven't
do
even
like her
seen the
writing a lot
movies,
so far.
So
Cause I've gone through some of her character arcs, or like one of her main ones, but I haven't finished the show, so I don't know if there's other like important pieces. But from what I've seen so far, her writing is between an S and an A, but I'd probably put her writing as an A for me. But her design is an S. So
where are you putting her?
Screw it up. I'll put her in S also. Why not?
So 2 S's and a B. I think that can put her in.
That's her an A.
I think that. Well, I don't know. I'm gonna say high S, Jake, just to outweigh it.
You're just gonna say high S now. Son of a-
Well, I'm trying to figure out how that would balance out.
Cause I'm like looking at the other girls I have on my list, and I don't know if I put them S, even though I do like them a lot.
For now, I'll put her bottom of S, and if we have to drop, she'll drop. How about that, Jake?
But if she's dropping, we're putting a certain sister up there.
All right, well, we can move on from one Monogatari lolly to the next. We're going to go with the Yatsuki Ononoki. So, this is kind of the inverse of Shinobu, where I think, honestly, Yatsuki probably has my favorite design from Monogatari. Alongside, even though Oigi's is really simple, I love Oigi's design, but Yatsuki's, I love how colorful she is. She has blue, green, orange, white, red, just every fucking color on the spectrum. I love drawing her. She's like the only Monogatari girl I've drawn so far, I think. And she's just really pleasing to look at. I think just everything with her design is just super unique. The fact that she's a fucking doll basically like matches with it. The fact that she has basically this doll outfit on her, like anything a kid would like. And it's pretty recognizable, I think, too. Mind you, of course, you have to get pretty deep into Monogatari to know who Yatsuki is. Otherwise, like, yeah, if you look at Shinobu or Hitagi, you know who they are, or Hanekawa. They're all recognizable characters. But Yatsuki, to me, is the most pleasing to look at. I always love when she was on screen. But in terms of writing, she doesn't have much writing. That's my thing. And that's because, I mean, that fits her character. It's the whole thing that she's just a corpse, basically, a doll. She has no personality. She has no emotion. And while she does attempt to get, personality by saying her yay, peace, peace, and her catchphrase and stuff like that, it just plays into her character that she's supposed to be just dull. She obeys commands. She does whatever she's told. So for that, just because she has no writing compared to the other characters, I'll have to put her in C for writing. So, but I'll put her. I put Beastful. Fuck, man. S design, C for. I'll fuck. This is hard. You guys can keep deciding. I'll figure out what overall will be.
All right, there's two designs in the Monogatari that I hold above everyone else. Yatsuki and Episode. I think Episode's design is so sick.
Episode design is fucking awesome.
Yeah, I think that's probably the top two designs in Monogatari right there. And like you said, like, she's recognizable. She has every color in the spectrum. I have her freaking figure right in front of me. And it's so pleasing to look at. And like you said, she doesn't really get any writing. And I mean, she does have like her iconic phrases, yay, yay, peace, peace, all that kind of stuff. Even in Zoku, where they make her have a personality. It felt
kind of still speaks monotone.
He still speaks monotone, yeah, but she does have some emotion in there, even in a monotone voice. S tier design easily. Writing though, I would put her in B.
B, that's fair.
I think with this,
so I'm assuming that puts her in A for you.
She has some writing, but I mean, compared to Zero Dog shit. Just saying.
How dare you?
Dude, this list is
I was going to say, where's her $700 or $500 figure? But I'm pretty sure she does have one.
I'm assuming you're putting her in A, Jake.
I'm putting her in A.
Okay. Yeah. This list is getting started. Yeah, I'll go with A too.
Hey. And I think mine will be kind of the same as my brother's.
Dude, oh my God.
Overall, like I said, what I was talking about with Shinobu is like there's one other character that like to me is like as iconic, if not maybe more or like more recognizable. Yeah, which is Yatsuki. Just because like it's so like colorful and just very eye-catching and just very very good-looking design. So like overall design, like honestly, like I said, I like Shinobu's a lot. I like hers equally as much. I put it as a S tier for design. Character, like I said, I haven't finished Monogatari. I don't even know if I even got to her arc, if she even has an arc.
You've seen her in Nisei, and that's it so far, I think. You haven't even seen Suki.
I've seen her character, and I've seen her interact with, the main characters, but I haven't really seen her arc. That's, like I said, if that's even a thing. So, writing, I'd had to put in a C, because I really don't know anything about her.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Okay, well, so that...
I'd put her at A, I guess. Yeah.
So yeah, that puts her in A for all of us. So A is now full too. So some things are going to start dropping soon.
Oh no.
But we've had too many good picks. Not to say this next one is bad, but I think we can just clear this one out of the way. Eliza the Annihilator from Maiden Abyss. I love her design, so I would probably go like B or A with that. But I just saying this because she has not had like an actual, even a line in the series. She's more of a concept at this point than an actual character.
She has a few lines.
She's
had a few
like
lines,
in
definitely.
flashback stuff, but it's like basically
Yeah,
it's just
and
like
even well in the manga, because you read the manga too, but she definitely has some pretty big scenes later on in the manga.
It's just more like
it's a flashback again, but still.
Her character is built through stories. Like they basically talk about how badass she was. You never really get to know how badass
that's what
she
I was gonna touch on too. So
it's like because she carried her and Ozen carried Rico all the way from the fucking bottom of the abyss, and she goes immediately back down. She's probably psychotic at this point, so I'm sure when we get to that point and see like how crazy she is, it would be really cool to see. But again, I prefer actually like seeing that writing or like seeing the character there, and just comparatively to the other characters on this list that actually have character, I think it'd be unfair to put her above them. So I'm gonna go with C on the writing, and I do like her design. Just again, not better than a lot of them. So B on the design, so I'll go C overall for me.
Okay. So I'd actually argue that her writing is really good because you don't know much about her. Because the thing with Maiden Abyss, I love a lot of its characters, but to be honest, you don't really know jack shit about any of the characters. It's literally just like all the characters' lore is kind of explained through other people until you like actually meet up with them. Like Bondrewd, he's kind of like hyped up as this, force of nature and everything like that. And when you meet him, he turns out he is this extremely powerful force of nature that the characters had to overcome. And what I like about Maiden Abyss is the entirety of the show is the Abyss is this extremely dangerous entity that everyone fears, but everyone's like intrigued in. And Liza is the embodiment of the opposite. It's like every character in the show, hell, even Bondrewd at times, is actually afraid of the Abyss, but is still curious about it. While inverse is said with Liza, where it's almost put as the Abyss should fear her. And that's why I love her character so much. Because any story, anytime she's brought up, she's literally brought up as this person that just overcomes everything in the Abyss without breaking a fucking sweat. And Bondrewd, which, is this fucking extremely powerful monster, as you see like in the manga arc and the movie that just recently came out. Apparently they said she's still way fucking stronger than him, and he's literally like immortal. So I like her so much because of the way she is portrayed, and I guess these stories around her is one of the main driving forces to read the manga or to continue with the show, because she's kind of the main reason I want to figure out the end of the story or want to get to the end of the story, because I want to know what the hell she's actually about at the end of the show. She could turn out to be, a complete fraud or whatever at the end of the show if they just had to go that route. But the way they portray her is like you have this extremely just dim, dangerous world, that everything is sad and dangerous and death left and right. And all the stuff that Liza has apparently done literally just kind of takes a shit all over everything in the Abyss, apparently. That's why I love her character so much. So, but like I said, I can't put her writing as an S because you don't really get too much immediate time with her, and the time she's on screen is like flashbacks of her talking with Ozen and stuff. And then it will be like Ozen telling stories about when she traveled with Liza, but I'd still put her writing as an A because of the way that the show kind of tells a story around her in a great way. Her overall design too, to me, is an A. So I do a double A for her. Not quite an S. Her design is still super fucking cool. But actually, I don't know. It's weird because Maiden Abyss has a lot of extremely great designs. But to me, she'd be like a high A design for me. So overall, I'd probably just put her in A tier. But yeah, that's why I kind of put her on the list. I was gonna put Nanachi or Ozen, but to me, I think she was the most intriguing character in the show.
I need you to save me here, Jake.
Well, obviously, most of her stories are told through achievements, and so a lot of people, you have to make inferences about what her motives are, what she wants to do. Which, I mean, it can be whatever. It's all just speculation at that point, and you don't really have a clear-cut answer. Only simple reasons. So I can't really. You don't really know her motives. You don't know what she's done.
Exactly.
You know what she's done. You don't know why she's doing
Yeah.
it. You don't know
To-
if there's a reason for
I,
her
gue- I
doing
guess the
it.
best way I could compare her character is, I mean, well, I guess not now because he actually showed up, but it's kind of like Blast in One Punch Man, where he's hyped up to be this extremely powerful
No, he
badass.
hasn't shown up in the manga yet.
No, he's shown up. He
I
definitely
promise
has
he
shown
hasn't.
up in the manga. Yeah, he's shown up like
King,
a few months
King,
ago, actually.
King is the one.
Yeah, I promise you, Blast is not in the manga. I was literally just
Nope.
listening to a podcast the other day, and they said he still hasn't shown up.
Okay, so was that just a fraud? Because he literally goes through a fucking portal at some point in the manga when the characters are talking to this space god thing.
No, yeah, he's still not in the manga.
Okay, whatever. But I was gonna say her character is kind of like the Blast of the show, where like everything told around her is just kind of like extreme hype or whatever, but there's also truth to it because of all the characters that the main cast runs across as the show goes. So that's why I like her. But yeah, continue.
I mean, she reminds me of the Sunflower Samurai in the way from Samurai Champloo. So it's like I don't. She's a character, but it's like in the same way as him. It's like there's people that back up those claims, but then there's also could be no truth to it because you find out at the end of Samurai Champloo. Spoiler alert! It's just her dad, and all he did was just talk about a samurai that smelled like sunflowers, and that's it.
Yeah. Like
So
I said,
he was more of a concept.
She can
and
go the
that's-
same route. That's why I don't want to put her like any higher because yeah, she could easily go the same route where it turns out she's just kind of this like fraud, drunken loser or whatever. But who knows?
Well, you
Anyways,
can go ahead, Jake. Yeah.
writing wise, she's definitely a C. Like, there's no contest right there. Design wise, though, I actually really dig the design a lot.
Yeah,
I would give it a solid A, actually.
yeah. Her design's really good. I just love. I don't know. Everyone in Maiden Abyss has fantastic design. Bonjude is a triple S design in my opinion.
I love his design. Well, that's what I was saying.
Yeah.
I really do love Eliza. It's just comparatively to Maiden Abyss and this list, I would still say B. So I mean,
Yeah.
that's a C for me. That's a B for Jake. I'm assuming, right?
Yeah.
And an A for you, Tyler. So I mean, I guess so. We
Yeah.
can either put her in B and drop a character down, or just put her in C.
Probably gonna put her in C because I put your Shimarine in C, didn't you?
Yeah, I mean, I'm sticking with C again. You guys, because I'm sticking with C. You guys can decide if you want to drop somebody down from B or not, or just put her in C.
Tyler, here's what I'll do.
Yeah.
We'll put Shimarine down in C, and then we'll put Liza in B.
There we go.
All right.
I mean, I knew that was coming, so that's why I suggested it. So that puts Eliza in B. I mean, again, I'm the only one that's seen Yudu Camp, so I guess it's fair. It's the only show on here that only one of us has seen. So we can go on to the next one that only two of us have seen. It's Nobume from Gintama. Jake, take it away.
Yeah, so you don't really get to see much of her until when the Minwin Gumi
256.
come around, and she's kind of like this heartless samurai vice captain. Doesn't say much, always eating on donuts. Kind of reminds you of Shinobu, not in her personality, just eating donuts all the time. But yeah, she's just there most of the time until you finally realize in Farewell Shinigami, like what happens. What happens to what was his name? Isaburo.
Yeah, Isaburo.
Yeah.
There you go.
You find out what happens. Spoilers. You already know there's going to be spoilers. They sent. I forget their names. They're so the Amanto. I can't remember. The guys.
the Hurasuna, whatever their fuck their name is.
Yeah.
Shoyo's
Yeah.
people.
The one with what's his face? Utsuro. Yeah, his clan. We'll say that. They ordered for his family to die, and they sent assassins to go assassinate his wife and child. I think it was his daughter actually. And during that time, like before all that happened, Isaburo was texting his wife on his little phone, and you're just writing down names, and you could tell like how he was trying to put thought in every single name, with a couple of gags along the way. And then he doesn't get a reply back one of those times, and he's frightened, so he goes to check, and little does he know, he sees lots of dead bodies, including his wife and daughter. Well, I'm going to presume daughter. I'm not too sure about it. I'm going to just say daughter.
It was his daughter, remember?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's the daughter. Yeah, and you just see one lone kid sitting there with the katana, and that kid is what we refer to now as Nobume. And during the course of the Farewell Shinsengumi arc, you find out that she wasn't there to kill. She was there to protect anyone else. She tried to...
No, okay, to be fair, she was there to kill, but then changed her heart. Yeah. Because remember, she was sent there to kill them.
She was sent, but then, she had to, you're right. She had the change of heart, so then now she was fighting the assailants, but she was too late. So, Isaburo was about to freaking 360 no-scope her, but he couldn't do it. He couldn't find the resolve to kill a child, even though that child, for what he knew at the time, so much anger in him right there, he couldn't kill that child, and all of a sudden Nobume is now following him. And the kicker of the story is that they were going to name that daughter Nobume, and instead name that child that fought off the assailants. Yeah. Assailants. Yeah, I said it wrong the entire time. Thanks for correcting me. That fought the assailants. Oh, that's the name. Yeah. I think that's really the only development she gets.
Well, I was gonna say all of her development is in Farewell Shinsengumi. So I mean, like you were saying, it's one of those cases where I like her because of Isaburo. So all of the things that happened, I liked Isaburo for more because, again, if you remember, he found out basically that she was there to save him, but he kept up the act of hating her, and just so basically to develop, she wanted to give him an object of hatred and vice versa, and that was their way of showing love to each other. And that heartbreaking scene at the end, of course, of Farewell Shinsengumi, that all of her development is there. She's a badass character, and I don't know where you're gonna rank her, Jake. This is a tough one again.
This is a very tough one because I don't think she's not an S tier character. Because
well, I was gonna say you went with Nobume, and there's so many better designed characters in Gintama. If you want Kagura, S tier design. If you went with Tsukio, fucking S tier design.
Yeah, I know. Nobume, I should have went with Suki, but I don't know. Just Nobume just stuck out to me.
She's a really cute, to me, she's probably the cutest character in Gintama, and that's because she just does cute things. But in terms of design, comparatively to everybody on this list,
Tsukio has the best design out of all the girls.
Yeah. Well, her and Kagura. I love Kagura's design.
Yeah, and then Sadatobi.
Yeah, so comparatively with on this list, Nobume is gonna go to C for me. I'm sorry, man. I love Gintama.
I know it's hard because I want to put her at least in B or A, but she can't.
Yeah, it's too hard looking at this list.
Yeah, it's too hard. But then I'm seeing some other teams we're gonna have to move some stuff up.
We're gonna have to move some stuff up.
Some of these characters don't deserve to be in there.
Yeah. So I mean, okay. So for me, I'm still gonna stick with C just in general. For her writing is good, but it's only in one arc, and it's just gone after that.
It's gone.
She shows up super late into the series, and aside from Farewell Shinsengumi, she's not exactly even relevant. She's the most relevant out of the Mawari Gumi. So, I mean, and they're basically a side character to the side characters. So, she's a good character. But again, there's so many stronger characters in Gintama, so many better designed characters in Gintama, and so many better designed characters on this list that she's just going to go down and C for me. And I love Gintama. It hurts, but she's a C tier girl.
Sadly, I would want to put her B, but for right now, she has to go in C. I would rate her design. I like her design. It's so plain looking, but
it's a good design.
It's a very good design. And Gintama just has a really good assortment of designs, especially, Gintoki, Shinpachi actually with his glasses.
Shinpachi I love Shinpachi's design.
He is not the same without his glasses.
And I was looking at her design too, because I have no clue who this character is. But I'm looking at her design, and it's decent. It's a good design, but it's not eye catching. Honestly, from first glance, and I don't know if this is gonna offend some people, but she looks like she could be a Bleach character. If I didn't know that this was Gintama, I would have thought she was from Bleach, because she just has very like you said, just kind of a basic design. It's still good, everything. I like the aesthetic of her, but nothing really stands out to me.
Also,
you just offended all the Bleach fans by calling their designs fucking bland, because that's the biggest thing they pride themselves on is design.
Anyways,
yeah, well, for some characters. some characters have good designs in Bleach, but they have like a million characters, and a lot of them.
To side note, when we do another tier list like this, you already know who's going to be on there.
I don't.
Tsukio and Kagura.
Oh, you mean we'll add them. Yeah, when we do our next best girls list. But I'm assuming you're going with. I'm assuming we're all going with C, right?
Yeah, I don't want to put Tsukio in this freaking battle.
Yeah, it would be way too fucking hard. Yeah, this would be a goddamn bloodbath of Tsukio's here. Like I said, Nobleman makes it easier. I love Gintama, but C's C for me. I think she's C for Jake. By the sounds of it, Tyler, you're going to C, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So that puts her down in C. So now we're gonna have to. S is still pretty empty, but I think
let's just hit him with the S. Like let's hit him.
Hold on. I want to jump into this one right here because I love this character design to death. It is probably one of my favorites on this list. We have Sumi Sakurasawa from Rent a Girlfriend. I fucking adore this design. Like I love all of Rent a Girlfriend's designs, but this one to me stuck out the most. It's one of the reasons I even wanted to start the series. I have just a thing for the thick eyebrows and anime girls. I don't know why. I just love that on anime characters. It fits her perfectly. I love her hair color. She has.
That's why your favorite character is Fluffy Bitch from Gleipnir.
Yeah, Mifune. I love her too. If she was on here, I mean, she would get shouted hardcore, but I loved her design. But like I said, Sumi, her design is just like it stands out among a series that has standout character designs, which I think is just impressive. She has again. Such an awesome design. I need to buy figures of it. I always love just seeing her on screen or on the manga, and she doesn't get much screen time, sadly. But S tier all the way in her design. In terms of writing,
she
doesn't really get much writing. Sadly, she's definitely C tier in writing, and that's only because she doesn't really get much development. And at this point, she's just Kazuya's hype man in the manga rather than doing any development. Like she doesn't even like necessarily she's trying to make herself break herself out of her shell, but you don't get to see that. In fact, they made a side series manga about her because she doesn't get any development in the series. So because of that, and again I haven't read that side series, she has C tier writing. I'd probably balance that out in B though.
Yeah,
but it's S tier design all the fucking way.
Yeah, I like her design. I think I like Ruka's better. I think Ruka's design is way better in my eyes.
I mean, that's fair. I love all the fucking Rent-A-Girlfriend designs.
The thing with Rent-A-Girlfriend is just like they all have... Everyone could be top design except Monmi because, she's...
Oh, I know. Her design is fucking... No, you take that back. Her design is amazing.
She's
I don't care about how you
she's
feel
a walking
as a
garbage
girl.
can, dude. Come on.
I don't care. Her design is fucking awesome.
Dude, she's a hot garbage can, yeah. But I mean, I just can't put my... I can't put it in front of that, dude.
That's fair.
Anyways, yeah, I think, like what you said, like she doesn't have writing... Sadly, I'm kind of really excited for what the side series is gonna do with her. But yeah, like I would put her in A for design, C tier for writing. Sadly,
so puts her in B for you too.
Puts her in B.
All right.
Mine's kind of similar. Like, cause the thumbnail didn't do her justice. I thought it was just some random pink-haired chick, but then I looked her up, and yeah, her design's actually really good. And I know this sounds like probably stupid, but she reminds me a lot, especially with the outfit she's wearing. Her design reminds me a lot of Sakura Miko. I mean, it could have taken inspiration or vice versa. But, I mean, I like Sakura Miko's design a lot, and this shares a lot of similarities. Obviously, difference being the eyebrows. But yeah, it's just a really solid, cute design. So, I put it overall like in a B, because I don't know anything about the character, but her design is really, really good.
All right, who we kicking out of B?
So yeah, that puts her in B. We got to kick somebody out of B. I'm all for Eliza getting kicked out. That's just me.
Who?
Oh, for who?
For Sumi. I'm all down for kicking Eliza down to C and putting Sumi there.
Now, hold on just a second.
We're not kicking Homura out.
We're kicking Eliza out, dude. Get her out. Sumi needs to be high. Okay. She doesn't deserve to be in C2.
2-1, Tyler. I don't know if you're against Eliza getting kicked out, but we both, me and Jake both think she needs to go down. So, I mean, sorry to say, Liza's down in C tier now. She's down. You kicked my Shimarine down. We're gonna kick Liza down.
Yes.
So these next three, again, even though there's only S tier left, but again, we can move people up.
I already know who's about to come up, bro. I already know who's about to come up. You just better put it up there already.
Hold on, Jake. We'll save yours. Don't worry. So
let's just get another S tier out of the way. Get her out.
Well, I don't know which one you're trying to talk about because all of these are S tiers to all of us here.
No. I'm talking about the one that we know for sure.
Okay, so Rem?
Yes.
from ReZero.
You already said it, so now you gotta talk.
Since
Yeah,
you're a big
we're at-
advocate for ReZero, we will let you.
So it would
have the
be
floor.
very
You
disingenuous.
have like 3 figures of her, don't you?
Yeah, I have. I think 9 actually. Hold on.
Yeah, he's the connoisseur.
That sounds like a low number for you, honestly.
Well, okay, I have 8. I ordered another one, so 9's on the way.
Okay.
And I'm gonna get a whole nother case because I need more Rem figures. She has one of my favorite designs. I'm very basic when it comes to my, I guess, waifu taste because I have a fucking Rem and Shinobu up there. But I just love her design. I love the maid outfit, whole thing. I love her blue hair. I just love everything she has going on with her. Just super cute, like all around. I don't have to go super into depth. Everybody knows what Rem looks like, and I love all the alternate outfits she has on her figures. It works with almost anything, so it's a really good design. It's also super recognizable. I know that's a criteria Tyler has. It's like probably one of the most popular.
That is a big criteria in character design.
Yeah, I know.
That's actually one of the defining factors.
Yeah, I mean, it's super recognizable. Obviously, she's one of the most popular anime characters ever. I think that's not even up for debate. She would absolutely dominate, like you were saying. If you go back and just look at the year 2016, she absolutely dominated that year. ReZero did just air, but she didn't show up because she's
still dominating.
She's still dominating though. Yeah, she's still getting figures to this date. So for me, S tier design, but this might come as a shocker. Her writing, it's really weird because it kind of flip flops all over the place, and that's mostly because her attitude changes just slightly depending on how Subaru approaches them in each timeline. So in some of them she's a sadistic murderer, in some of them she's really nice and like loving toward him, and of course the timeline ends up becoming true is the one where she ends up like loving him. And her character, I'm not trying to oversimplify and say that she's just only like in love with Subaru and that's all she has, but to put in the most basic terms, as of right now, she's just kind of in love with Subaru. I know she has more going on with her, but in terms of like more nuances comparatively to other characters in ReZero, her whole thing is she just wants to protect and love Subaru because he showed her that she has more to her than just being a demon. So I would give her C in that regard, actually. But I would still make her... No, not C. Fuck, man.
So,
B tier. But I would still give her S tier for the best girl. But
so anyways,
I will acknowledge the writing isn't that strong. But S tier girl overall.
I would be agreeing with you. I love her design, especially since blue is one of my favorite colors. I mean, blue, me, Ruka, kind of Miku, Yatsuki. You can get the picture right now. Yeah. Especially like she's so cute. That's it. That's really it. But like in terms of writing, like you said, like I want to say she's like a shallow character, but she kind of is in a way.
I don't want to insult her and say she's one note, but I would understand if somebody would call her a one note character, basically.
Yeah, because her only reason right now is just Subaru. That's really her only motivation. And like I can respect, she knows she can't be the number one, but she'll always be there to support him, support Subaru. And I will always respect that, right? But that's it. That's really all she has going for her. Waifu material? Hell yeah. All right. She's S tier design. Writing wise, B. It's like she has some development, not enough to warrant, anywhere close. I would say bottom of B for writing.
So you're gonna put her in A then?
I'll put her in
I'm
A.
assuming. All right, that's fair. What about you, Tyler?
Yeah, so for design, and also to like, I don't know, when I think of like character design, and this is just, I don't know, I used to take art classes too, whatever. I was one of those nerds in high school. But like, details of a good character design, like let's say you have a long rectangle and you had to stack 5 colors in it, like 5 smaller rectangles within this one rectangle, and you choose 5 distinctive colors, to kind of match the body of the character. So like let's say with Rem, you take black, white, black, beige, and blue. The first character that comes to mind would probably be Rem, because she's just that recognizable of a character, color palette, design, everything. Same thing with Asuka. It'll be like red, green, red, beige, and dark orange or whatever the hell her hair is. Like it's stuff like that. It's like you can see like basic, very like the most stripped down versions of them, and you would know that it's that character, even if it's just a rectangle. And Rem just kind of fits that whole profile with that. So it's just really good. Like I said, extremely iconic. in my opinion. Like, honestly, like, she is probably one of the most iconic characters because she's kind of like, I don't know, I wouldn't say the epitome of best girl, but she comes up in a shit ton of arguments for best girl because, you know, she just has a great design and great character overall. But design, I put as a S easily. Character, though, like you guys said, there's only so much that they go over with her, and as sad as it is, like, you know, her sister kind of has more writing now given the second season, since, you know, she's just kind of been a potato the entire time.
Mm-hmm.
So for writing, I'd say C, which kind of sucks because I do like her character a lot too. But yeah, design, I put at the, like, near the tip of S, but for overall writing, I'd put probably like mid C.
So I'm assuming that balances her out at A, right?
So balances out A. All right, who's moving up?
So I want to move Satsuki up. I was going to say this. I want to move Satsuki up to S.
Yeah, Satsuki better be an S.
God,
honestly.
damn,
I'd be happy with this list if Satsuki sits in S, because she, to me, out of all characters, no, not out of all characters in the list, but at least out of my picks, she should sit in S.
She got the design, she got the writing, but is she that hot, though?
Help, of course.
Oh, yeah. I mean, what are you talking about? Jesus
How would you
Christ.
look at Satsuki and Kill la Kill and just not say,
So I think the pushback is going to start coming on these next ones. Like I said, so this list is getting, god damn it, man. Oh shit. So I wanted Rem in S, but again, I understand the writing is holding her back pretty bad.
With our criteria right
With
now,
our criteria,
we can't put her in S.
If this was a waifu list, yeah, she would stop. But I understand the criteria, and I'm happy that Shinobu and Satsuki are in S. We do have 2 more slots, like I said, but people could easily move her from A tier. I am hoping that's the case. If I'm being honest, we'll go with we'll go to Chisa. I don't know her last name.
Kotegawa.
Shisa Otagawa from Grand Blue Dreaming, and you can take it away, Jake. Before I
all right, I'm gonna tell you
Grand
one
Blue
thing.
Dreams.
She's a 10 out of 10. There's no question about this. She's probably one of the best looking girls in anime as of this point.
She's so hot. She's so hot.
There's no brainer design wise. Like you watch the show.
how do you spell her name?
Here, I'll just send you a photo, Tyler. I'll send you the one you need to look at.
Yeah. Okay. And
you should know what I'm saying.
Yeah, I might try to even see.
So, anyways, I'm the only one. Like Ethan has seen the show. I read the manga, so I know about the development she gets. It's not a lot, mind you, but you do get a lot of her backstory. Like, you know, what happens, why she's on bad terms with her mom. I mean, that's a lot of stuff, you know, that you get to see. Especially, are you okay with spoilers, Ethan?
Just keep them vague, I guess. I don't know. I mean, I know she does something with what's his face, the main character.
It's like it's a big spoiler. Not that big.
I put in the chat, Tyler.
Well, if you want to cover your ears, you can.
Just go ahead. Just say it.
Yeah. Okay. So they're not blood related, you know. So, you know, the love interest is on.
Oh, they mentioned that in their show,
No,
man.
didn't.
They're not blood related.
No, they didn't.
Yeah, they did.
No, they didn't. They had a specific page after the sister went away.
Did I read the wiki? I guess I read the wiki. I just knew that. I guess I just knew that.
Yeah. So they're not really related, you know, with the mom, all the stuff that happens. You get to see why she's so cold-hearted. So I do like that about her. Like I would right now in the arc right now, she's not really showing a lot because they are like going on a semi date, but I would call it like a favor repaid in a sort of way. So that's what's happening right now. But I'm excited to see what's going to happen in these later chapters because, I mean, I don't know if she's going to stand up for herself or if she's going to say something or if she's just going to let something slide. And that's where she's kind of at this point right now because we're only 66 chapters in Grand Blue. So she hasn't really gotten a lot of character development, especially because it's a comedy manga, first off. But it's having a serious arc right now for no reason. It just kind of came out of nowhere.
Just like
but yeah, in terms of character writing, I would probably put her at like A. Would I put her at A?
At A, really?
No. I'll put her at B. Actually, I think B as of right now. I just want to see more of her. Hopefully, in these next couple chapters, it'll sway my opinion. But as of right now, it's a B. Potential
So
to
you're
be A
gonna-
though, like potential to be A.
Okay, so you're gonna put her in A overall or what?
A overall.
All right. So for me, again, like I said, one of the hottest characters in anime and manga. I'm not gonna deny that. Easy S tier on the design, just all around. They fucking nailed it. The mangaka for Grand Blue knows how to draw a woman. Holy shit, they're all hot in Grand Blue, but Chisa especially. She even wears a plug suit from Evangelion.
Yeah, she does.
She wears Asuka's. Yeah, she wears
wears
Asuka's, obviously.
Asuka.
Rocks it. She rocks it as good as Asuka, I'd say. Yeah, the design
That's
easily
blasphemy.
the design is fucking great. It's like easily one of the best on this list, I think, and that's just basically purely on just her just being super attractive. Like, it's a really attractive design to me. In terms of writing, though, and I've only seen the anime, like Jake said, so I'm going based off the anime, and she didn't really have writing. It's a comedy series. I'm going to put her down in C for the writing, because, again, you don't really see much. You just know that she kind of likes the main character, and that's really it. And that's all there is to it.
Yeah.
So
It's sad. It's sad, but I mean, in the anime, yeah, that's really what all that happens. It's more like she likes diving so much that she wants Iori to kind of like experience it in a way, in the way she wants him to experience it.
So I'm gonna go with fucking B or A. I don't know, man. Shit.
Brother, she's too hot to be in B.
Her design is towards the peak, so I would definitely go with low A. I'd say low A. Yeah, I'll put her bottom of A.
All right.
What about you,
It's me
Tyler?
now.
Yeah.
So for her design, like I said, it's nothing crazy, but it is just really good. Very simple, but it's very simple done right, which is good. So overall, like, I don't have much to say because I don't know jack shit about this character, but her design just looks really good. Like I said, it's nothing crazy. She's just brown eyes, brown hair, shortcut, but the way she's portrayed, you can just automatically tell her like attitude just from the few snippets that I saw from her, and yeah, it's just a really well done design. So overall, I probably put her like B though, because like I said, because her design to me is like a high B, low A, but I don't know anything about her, so
She's an A.
Sure.
I would have to put
who's
her in
dropping?
B.
She's going in
So-
A. What do you mean? Who's dropping? We can't drop anybody, Jake, unless we rearrange.
All right,
shit.
so I'm gonna give you right now, dude. Miku has to go in S.
No, I was gonna say I want either Asuka or Rem in S.
Oscar,
and
no.
Tyler maybe
Rem
agrees.
or Miku. That's
Hey,
the only. This is the
hey,
only.
Jake. If Tyler agrees, she goes up.
Yeah, I also could deserve.
No. I'll take Rem. All right, I'll take Rem. All right, I'll take Rem, and you will agree with this.
It's 2 against 1 on Asuka, Jake.
So you would rather have Asuka above Rem?
I mean, her writing is better, so yeah.
Yeah, she's an overall better girl. That's what it's about. It's not.
I love Rem to death, Jake. But again, like I said, Rem's writing on terms of a best girl list, and because we're taking writing into account, yes, Asuka blows her out of the fucking water, and that's because Asuka's one of the strongest characters in Evangelion. One of the only characters I actually give a shit about.
I'm never
So.
watching Neon Genesis.
And her design, again, super fucking iconic. Everybody
Yeah.
knows who Asuka
Like I
is.
said, hers and Rem's are like on par. Like I said, with the whole 5-color stack thing, you can just put both of their color palettes, like, you know, in your face, and you can recognize them. But Asuka just has her beaten easily by writing. Not even finished the show yet.
Yeah, so that puts Chisa down in A. So our last one on the list is Makios from Fireforce. I know Tyler
Maki
loves
Ozen.
her. It's Oze. There's no N.
Oh, Oze. Oh, I thought there was an N. So, and like I said, this one, like, there's nothing crazy about her. Like I said, she just fits that whole archetype of, you know, just, I mean, like, literally, too, just literally strong chick because she's buff as shit. Just nice. But, just very solid design. Nothing too standoutish. Like, recognizable design of her, probably recognizable shot of her, like, wearing a sleeveless tank top with, you know, the orange firefighter pants,
That's
you know,
what you
showing her
remember.
muscles.
I just remember Maki from the shower.
Yeah.
Well, I didn't get there in season 2
Oh,
yet, so, but I mean, I'm pretty sure I remember that too. But I mean, like, when you think of, like, her character design in general, I think you'd probably think of that design. Because, like, I would say, like, the firefighter outfit too, but everyone wears it, so it doesn't make her look that special compared to everyone else, but
Well, she's the
That's
only one
the
that
design
wears she wears it like around her waist with a tank top. So I think she,
Yeah.
at least out comparatively to everybody else, she definitely has the most unique
yeah.
design.
So design-wise, like, I'd probably put her in B, really good. And well, B or A. And then like writing too. I say because I love her whole character. Because like I said, she's just honestly one of the sickest characters in Fire Force. Like the whole scene where like that whatever those church dudes I don't even
They're
remember,
in the Nether.
but they like
That's
find
the
her in
one
the
you're talking
pub.
about.
Yeah, the one where they find her in the subway and she literally just manhandles everyone and straight up executes a
Yeah,
dude
'cause she thought
by
that-
tilting his head back and breaking his
Hey,
neck.
those sound effects were out of this world.
Yeah, they're meaty as hell.
Like that scene like solidified her as one of my favorite characters because it's one of those things like because they kind of portrayed her as like the scared female character, which I mean is one of the reasons I kind of don't like one of the characters in the show because she's just kind of played as a stereotype to an extreme degree. But, like, her
who are you
is, like,
talking
they
about?
kinda
Hold on. That's because
Um,
someone's shaking their head. We have our webcams on, or me and Ethan do. And I just
know.
see him shaking
Is
his
it
head.
Tamaki?
Let go on.
Yeah.
Speak it.
Yeah, yeah, Tamaki. Like I like her character, but I mean like unless she gets an actual moment later on in the show, literally she's just like, oh my god, my boobs are showing. I can't help in the fight. Oh no! And then the main
And you're
character comes and
complaining
saves her.
about that? Are you kidding?
Well,
She's hot.
yes, like I
She's
said,
hot.
because I like character. I like strong writing in characters. That's not a strong independent character. Like it's fun to watch in a fight, but then like when I say, oh, who's the better character? Why would I put Tamaki over Maki? They both have tits, but Maki's just the better character. Like that's what it comes down to at the end of the day. So. Like I said, you can go for the fan service all you want, and like I said, it's always welcome in anime. And like I love fan service too. Like and I ain't complaining about that. But when it comes to overall character, I think Maki just has her blown out of the water because she's actually a character. Like I said, she doesn't depend on what the main character would do. She just straight up beats ass on her own. So, but overall, sadly though, they don't really have much writing for her. At least from what I've seen so far. She's very, very dependable in a fight, and they kind of go into her character a bit, but not really.
Where are you at in the anime?
I'm only like halfway into season 2.
Okay, so after that part,
So I'm after the forest
yeah.
arc.
So after you get past the Joker part, you're
No, that's where I ended. I ended at the Joker
okay. So
part
after
where
that
he
part,
goes and finds a
you're
person that
gonna
tortured him.
she's gonna get development because it's kind of like it's like gonna be an episode that kind of focuses on her, and you're gonna
Yeah.
kind of see like what she's been through and all that kind of stuff.
Okay, if that's the case, then I probably move her writing up to B. But like from what I've seen so far, her writing sadly is at a C, and her design's at a B. So sadly, she probably just sit as a B for me. You might move her down to C, sadly. But I do like her character overall. But amongst the other ones, she's one of the weaker on the list, I
Yeah.
guess.
So as of right now, with what I know, I'm gonna go with the character design A, writing B, because they kind of explain like why she's so badass with their family and all
Yeah.
that stuff, which I do like, because it's not like one of those things like, oh, she's this because of this. No, she was pretty much brought up that way with how her
Yeah.
father is to everyone else. And you saw her mom at the dinner table, right, Ethan?
I haven't caught up to Fire Force.
I thought you did.
Yeah, I
No,
thought you did too.
I told you I was gonna catch up when I was watching the Joker part, and then I just stopped watching.
Oh my.
So no, I'm not caught up.
So anyways, like they do talk about all the family and they have their little quirks and all that stuff, but she doesn't really have a lot of writing. I think my favorite character in Fire Force has got to be Arthur. He has no development, but he's just so funny.
Yeah, no, Arthur, honestly, like, yeah, if it was like a character list in general, I think he'd take my top spot too.
He's so
But for female characters in
he's
Fire
so
Force, she
stupid
definitely
and
takes
so
it.
lovable at the same time. It's ridiculous.
And I actually like his character a lot. It's actually really sad. But I love it.
Once you get past him, like after you get into like the second arc, the second season,
Yeah.
that man is so funny. He's just so
But
important.
it's funny too because he's just a badass for the stupidest reasons too.
Yeah.
That's why I love him.
Yeah. So,
But this isn't an Arthur tier list. This is
I
Maki.
think Maki, even though I put her character design A, I like her design. It may be like a little bland, but I kind of like it a lot. Especially
Yeah.
like you do see like she kind of has like that witch, if you remember, like in the first season.
Well, yeah, I was gonna say like her actual like firefighter design, even though like it's similar to it, the fact that they gave her a witch hat too, just to kind of
Yeah,
distinguish
that's
her.
kind of like what
cool.
every time I think of Maki, I think of that design. So
Yeah.
I'll put her. I can't put her in A because I mean, Chisa. That's it.
Yeah.
So I'll put her high B though. I would put her high B, no doubt.
Okay, well, I agree with that. I love her design. I think Fireforce Woman, again, just like Grand Blue, some of the best designs, I think. Tamaki and Iris are hotter to me, though. I think they're cuter. Not to say that Maki is, fucking unattractive. I mean, she's probably one of the hottest, like, buff anime girls out there.
But yeah, and, cute-wise, though, yeah, Iris and Taka.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think her design is definitely a high A. In terms of writing, I don't think she has much. And again, I haven't got to a writing part, Jake, so I don't think that really applies to me.
It's like the same problem as me. It's like at this point in the anime, there's not really much for her.
But taking her badassery into account, she is probably one of the most badass characters on this list behind Satsuki. So it's like that carries her, I think, because she literally just beats ass. It's like anytime she's on screen, somebody's getting fucked. And so for me, that high C, low B. Overall, I'm gonna put her in B though. So yeah,
got a lot of B's. We're
gonna have to swap people around, like I said. So I mean, for me, since she's going to B, I want to move Sumi up, Jacob. Unless you guys want to move somebody else.
Okay, if we move Sumi up, who's going in S?
Tyler, I wanted to say Rem.
Tyler.
Oscar's already in S.
Tyler,
oh,
please.
Shit. Hold on, I gotta adjust my list. All right, where are we at right now so I can match it with you guys?
Okay, so just to give a refresher for everybody, we have Shinobu, Satsuki, and Asuka in S. We got Rem, Miko.
Miko?
Sorry.
Are you serious?
Miku, Yatsuki, and Shisa in A. We got Anzu, Sagiri.
Wait, hold on. Who's in A? Yatsuki,
Miku,
Anzu.
Rem, and Shisa. Anzu wasn't in A.
Oh, Anzu's in B, yeah. I was organized at the beginning with my list. I wasn't matching your guys'. So Rem, Chisa, and who's the fourth one?
Yatsuki or Rem. I don't know if you got one of those.
Yeah, Yatsuki, Rem, Chisa, and who else?
Miku. Headphones.
Just wait until the next one to
okay.
get power in this one.
Then we have in B, we have Anzu, Sagiri, Homura, and Sumi.
Anzu, Sagiri, Homura, and who?
Sumi.
You should put Maki in there,
right?
too.
Yeah. And yeah, Maki's about to go in there too. And then in C, we have Liza, Shimarine, Nobame, and 02. And 02 is staying down there.
Yes.
02 does not go up.
So right now we have the dilemma of Maki being in B. Like I said, I want to move Sumi up. But then I know Jake's going to have pushback because I don't want to move Miku up. So, again, Jake, I mean, do you want to move Sumi up to A? Like I said?
If we move her to A, Miku goes into S.
But Tyler, I want to move Rem into S, and I don't know if you agree with that.
I mean, compared to everyone else, because I don't really know much about the other characters, I'd probably put Rem up in S compared to them.
And I think Rem deserves to be an S also.
I know, I beg to differ. Miku deserves to be an S.
You're the only one here that thinks that.
She literally has better writing than Rem.
They're at the same level.
Better design, though.
I like Miku's writing, but I wouldn't say it. It's not exponentially.
It's not exponentially better, but it's better nonetheless.
Okay, and Rem's design is exponentially better.
I don't know. I don't know jack about the other characters. So
looking at my figure, it's just.
So my opinion is always gonna be Rem because I don't know anything about anyone else except Yatsuki a little bit.
For me, it'd be Rem or Yatsuki going up to the top.
Yatsuki, I can't put up. I like her.
I'm putting Rem up.
No.
I don't think she has enough writing to make her justify as an S character.
Maybe we could also move. I don't know. You never know. There could be a sleeper hit from B moving up to S instead.
Well, we're gonna move Sagari up to S.
No.
We're gonna move 02 to S.
I'm down for moving Shimarine all the way up to S, but nobody agrees with that. I mean, I want Maki to stay down in B.
I feel like if I saw the show, I'd probably agree with you. I
really want to move Sumi up in place of Rem, but you can maybe change that, Jake, or you can drop people from A and
I'm telling you, Miku goes to S.
I'm not agreeing with Miku going to S. Tyler, he has the thing of he hasn't seen it. Again, that's holding Shimarine back, Jake. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
I got shafted.
I would never put a character that I don't know
jack
shit about in S.
I have 3 characters that
I got Juice. One of my favorite characters ever, Jake, is in C. Okay,
yeah.
I'm getting the shafted the most here. So
Rem, I was gonna say
isn't
Shimarine. Shima trash.
So, well, Rem is going down into S. So,
Dude, you're just putting that, dude. Are you serious? Fine, we'll put Yatsuki up
me
there.
and Taylor both agreed. What are you talking about?
So we
No, we'll
both
put
agreed.
Yatsuki up
Me and
there,
Taylor
dude.
both agreed.
Okay.
No, I want Rem more than Yatsuki.
You son
I was
of
saying
a
the only
bitch.
other character I would say would be Yatsuki. I want Rem more than Yatsuki up there. Again, 2 against 1, Jake. If we had a fourth opinion here, maybe you could have pushback, but he'd probably agree with Rem. I think everybody would agree with Rem. You're the only one that wants Miku up there.
There's a reason why she's.
I know you're a Miku slut.
I bet you're a Ram stand. That's why you're mad. Weirdo.
God,
So
fucking damn it.
Miku, what's her name? Maki is going down into B. Jake, are we fine with moving Sumi up to A, or did you guys want to move somebody else up? We have Homura in B also.
There's nobody else that
Sagiri, and we
deserves
have
to be an
Anzu.
A. So
I honestly, if I were to say, I'd say Homer would probably be an A compared to the characters I have on there.
From a writing standpoint, she's better than everybody in this tier. From a design standpoint, Sumi is better than almost
Yeah.
everybody in BA, and
If we're
Close
going by
to
best
everybody
girl
else.
standards in general, I put Homura in A.
like I said, writing, I would put Homura in A, but again, Sumi, in
Yeah.
design-wise, I would put her almost at the top. Probably
Yeah.
at the top, actually. So, I'm going with Sumi. I don't know if Jake's going to Sumi.
Sumi's pink hair, right?
Yep. Jake's dead. Jake, you going to Sumi?
Sumi will go in A tier.
Okay. I mean, like I said, look, Miku's at top of A tier, Jake, so don't worry.
Yeah, so it sucks that none of us, or not none of us, but like a few of these none of us have seen. So that kind of cripbles the list. But
Well, it's only Quince for you, and then Uticamp for both of you guys, so, I mean.
Yeah.
Oh, well, and Grand Blue for you, too.
yeah, I haven't seen Grand Blue either.
I never manga.
Or
never mind.
Gintama.
And Gintama, so that's like 4. Jesus.
And Eurocamp.
Already said Uticamp. So,
Okay,
I think
there you
that... Are we guys fine with this list?
This
So,
is
again, just to
The
clarify
only
one
list
last time.
I hate this list right now.
I told you it was going to be pretty cutthroat, and we had
who
to
do you
force
think
All for
deserves
one
a different
freaking
spot,
mistake.
Jake? Well, what is that one mistake?
Someone's not in S tier right now.
Like I said, now you know the pain of putting fucking Hoseki no Kuni's opening down in, what, D tier? Like, come on. That was the most insulting
I like the
thing I've
song
ever
better,
felt.
but the opening is still trash.
So, but like, so one last like run over on this list, so everybody knows, we have at the top of, I'm pretty sure we all agree, top of S was Shinobu. Then we have Satsuki, Asuka, and then Rem. So that's S tier. Then top of A is Miku, then Yatsuki, Chisa, then Sumi. That order correct? That's fine.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, then we go down to B. We have Anzu, Sagiri, Homura, and then Maki. I want to switch around Homura and Sagiri.
No,
So, no? You don't want to switch them around?
dude, our mascot.
You want
Our second
you want
mascot.
Sagiri in front of Homura?
All right, Jake. He made a fair point. He said Sagiri is our mascot. That is fair. She has the
I guess
ass cast boost.
Okay. So
Okay.
Sagiri's in front of Homura. Right.
Yeah. And then down in C tier, we have, why is she at the top? Eliza, then Shimarine, then Nobume, then 02. And I personally want to put Shimarine at the top of C, mostly because of her design and because I love her character. But I know you guys aren't going to agree with that, so that's fine.
Yeah. Like I said, I'm sure she's a great character. Just design, like, it's really cute. It just doesn't strike me. I mean, maybe this thumbnail's not doing it justice either. But still.
I mean, it's her when she woke up and she's eating toast. But again, there's like 8
I mean, a
million
lot of anime characters eat toast.
There's 8
That's not
million
gonna be-
designs I could have chose from her, so that's why it's hard with Shimarine, because she
Yeah.
doesn't really have a standard design. They have like a different clothing every episode.
Yeah, exactly. And that's why it's hard to kind of go based off character design if they have a million different looks, too. Sometimes it could be good, sometimes it could be detrimental to design. But I digress.
I mean, I'm fine with this order only because it keeps Shimarine at second, and I don't want it to go any lower. So
I think the sleeper hit 02. We need
she
to
deserves
reveal
to
to
stay
the
at the
audience that she was in double S the entire time. So,
02 definitely deserves to stay at the bottom of
Oh,
S or C.
definitely.
Sorry. So I think this list is fine. Like I said, I mean, I'll probably post it on Twitter with no explanation as to the rules, so people can be
No,
pissed
no.
off.
Hold
that-
on.
Hopefully, my Uticamp friends will be mad that Shimarine's down in C, rightfully so. She does not
Jake
deserve it.
has a
No,
rebuttal.
hold on a sec, dude. I told you what we're gonna do. We're gonna flip the list.
So you want Liza? So you want Shimarine? in S tier,
Why
what
is that
you're
the
saying.
No.
top? 02.
So what we're gonna have
Everyone-
is we're gonna put Shimarine still back.
Rem's
in
gonna be at the
C
very
tier,
bottom.
But we're just gonna flip
No, fuck
everything.
you, Jake.
else.
Rem's gonna be the very bottom of the list.
Oh yeah, I mean, I think people are gonna obviously know that's BJ. Come on, what fucking Shinobu, Asuka, and Rem down in C? Nobody's gonna believe that.
Exactly.
Oh.
But out of the people,
and the character,
they're gonna see our name and they're gonna be like, "This is an ass tier list. This is the ass cast."
What, Tyler?
all I'm gonna say is like, and I'm gonna ask this to your fans, if this would have been an acceptable choice, because like it's technically not an anime, but by some parts of the community it's accepted. I would have definitely put this character into my list, but Toph from Avatar, because she is honestly my favorite female character ever. Like the way she's written and designed is just, to me, it's just extremely fucking good. So, but she's not quite anime.
I would have accepted video game anime characters like 2B over that. Like, so I don't.
I wanted to put 2B also, but she didn't have any anime adaptations, so I didn't.
Well, I meant even just 2B from the game. I would have accepted that over Top, really. I don't know, because that's actually a Japanese-made thing. So.
Yeah, but it's not anime. But
I
still,
don't know. It's more anime to me than
like
that.
I said, it's like that was the case I would have put her on there, but I mean, no biggie. But yeah, asking your peeps if Toph deserves to be on the list, because she deserves to be at the top, if not middle of this. But yeah.
Well, we spent a super long time on this. Even though we reduced the amount of things, I thought it was gonna go by quicker, but
Oh wow!
guess we just like talking about best girls. Yeah, it was a pretty long time. So, like I said, we can just go ahead and wrap it up right away, I think. Thanks to our patrons. You can head on over to patreon.com/AskCast to become a patron today. And you can be like one of these beautiful people, Hadrian and Outdated. Thank you guys for being patrons. Again, we had a bonus episode drop last week, and we should be doing another one next week, I think, hopefully. So stay tuned for that. We also are on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, and YouTube, all at Anime Safe Space. Go ahead and drop us a follow on all those platforms. It's the best way to support us currently. Helps us hit trending, helps us grow, and helps the community grow. And if you want to be a part of the AskCast community, you can head on over to the Discord link down in the link below. On all of the platforms, I think should be in the description. We do AMQ nights, we do game nights, we do watch-alongs. You guys can just like come and get to know us and get to know other listeners. We're always welcome to see you there. And then we're also on Twitter, Anime Safe Space. Same gist. You can tweet at us. You can DM us any questions you want, or if you just want to interact with us. And I think that's about it, right?
That should just about wrap it up.
Yep.
There's anything to take away from this, guys. It's that 02 is best girl of all time.
I was gonna say Shinobu is best girl, and just pissed off Jake, Miku is trash.
That's right.
You ended the recording, didn't you?
I did not end the recording, but I'm ending it now.